Hey, it's your boy AJ back with another freaking video, and today I'm here with a members only story time. Now look here, if you have not seen the first two stories, which should pop up right now, which is I was sent back to the mental hospital part 1 and also part 2, which came out like yesterday. Make sure you go watch those two. Okay, go watch those two so we can get into this story time, girl, because child. So without further ado, girl, I am happy that you guys are here. This feels like a safe space. My members, I love y'all so much. Let's roll the intro so we can get directly on into the story time. I don't want to hold y'all too long, but we got story time, okay? So the last story ended off on Tuesday with me saying my mom finally picked me up. It's time to go. Now look here, before we get to Tuesday, I want to backtrack. I need to backtrack, girl. Let's get into the juice. We gotta backtrack if y'all want this story. So we're gonna backtrack to, when was this? I think this was Monday. Yep. Monday. So Monday I had just had that meeting with my mom. She's angry because I called her out for lying, child. But like I said in that story time, they said I had to stay one more day and I would discharge the day following the meeting, which is Tuesday. So Monday I leave the conference from my mom after we wrap up and have the group call, the therapy meeting call, and it's time for me to go back to the front room. So I went to the front room where they had the TV and everybody else, you know, mingling and giggling and all that stuff, and it's time for me to go talk to the people that's inside. Now in my other story time, I think part 1 of the story time, I said that it was this fine white boy. Both of them, girl, they came into this room right across from my room. They were so fine, and we end up kikiing because I'm just Queen Shiva, girl. I know how to get a fella to laugh. So those boys. Now this story time is about one of those boys. Well, both of those boys, but mainly one of those boys. Now this is Monday. I get finished with my group call with my mom, and I go in the room with the other people, but I sit over near Zach. Now he's one of the fine white boys I told you, girl. That man is fine. He is so fine. Okay, I had never seen a white man. Well, not a man. He was my age. 17. Never seen a white boy that damn fine. I had never seen. He was tall. He had a nice smile. He gave BDE energy, big energy, girl. It gave energy down, okay? And it was the vibe. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking, and I don't know if I end up like kind of fully telling him about what happened in the group meeting with my mom, but I was like just telling him, oh, you know, I'm coming back from a group meeting and just catching up on the day and seeing what's going on while they've been going like lollygagging in the gym. I think they were lollygagging in the gym, but end up coming back to the room. So I'm catching up on his tea, catching up on what's going on with him, and I told him what was going on with me. The whole time I'm talking to him, I'm thinking in my head, like, I just have to like tell him how fine he is. Like, I just have to, like, we've been great friends for like 3 days, 2 days. I just have to express how fine he is because he is fine. So the whole time we're talking, I'm really kind of tuning out of the conversation because I'm just admiring how fine this man is. Now in the midst of our conversation, I don't know how it led up there, but I remember end up telling him, like, you're fine, like, you're fine, because I'm like, F it, I'm leaving tomorrow. We've been talking. If he could take a compliment, I ain't say nothing crazy. I ain't never had a problem telling the king that he was a king, okay, girl? I ain't never had a problem telling him he was king. Now I probably, you know, be a little scared to tell him what I want to do to him and how I want to please him as a king, but I told him he was a king. I told him that I said, you're fine. Like, I'm like, you're fine. So I'm like, you're fine. I need some type of way of following you. Like, what can I do? Like, I need some type of social media or something, because at this point I've got everybody else's social media. I need his, girl. Put yours down in the notebook. So when I tell him that he's fine and I need some type of social media so I can keep up with him after I leave tomorrow, he starts laughing. Like, he's laughing and he's skinning for a grinning, girl. He's skinning for a grinning and he's laughing, and he ends up saying thank you. And I don't know what in me, I don't know how the balls dropped so low, but I start telling him, like, well, let me thank you. If you're truly thankful, let me thank you. I don't even know like how that would even work out, me thanking him, trying to do anything in literally a mental hospital, girl. I don't know how I thought I was gonna thank this man, but I'm like, let me thank you. And when I tell you, he started to yodel. So as he's laughing, I just started joining in to laugh too. And as I'm laughing, he stops laughing and he tells me I'm cute, Miss Jackson. And when I tell you, like, my heart could have dropped through my ass, and I could have called it an eternity. Like, I could have died because that boy was so fine, and for him to say I was cute is crazy. So I'm looking at him and he looking at me, and we're kind of just looking at each other. because I'm trying to I'm literally trying to find the next move, but I'm so gagged. I didn't know it was gonna go there. I didn't know he was gonna say anything like that. I thought we was just gonna get a good key of it. I'm trying to find the next word. Hey, it's your boy AJ back with another freaking video, and today I'm here with a question and answer video about my mental hospital series. And y'all left a couple questions, not too many. Y'all left a couple questions under the video that I wanted to answer for you guys. So shout out to the people that left the questions. Shout out to y'all. So the first question I want to answer, because it doesn't have anything to do with the mental hospital, but I do want to answer it real quick. Do you have a sibling, and did they ever check on you? Yes, I do have a sibling. He's 3 years younger than me. I don't think we ever spoke on the phone when I was in the hospital. I don't think either of the trips. Y'all know I was there for like 4 days. Y'all know I just told those story times. If you have not seen those story times, go watch part 2. But then also was this other time I went to the mental hospital, and I was there from December all the way to June. And I think from December to June, we didn't speak either. I think he might have came and done like in-person visitations, but I don't think we like, oh, my mom passed the phone to my brother. Like I don't think we ever talked on the phone when I was in the hospital. Now somebody said, has your mom ever expressed regret or at least felt bad for what she's put me through? Girl, yes. I'm gonna be honest. Like she's have like opened up and kind of got a little bit sentimental about it, but I feel like as soon as she kind of starts talking about kind of having regret, she kind of like takes it back. I feel like she be on the way to recovery. Look, she be on the way to, like, you know, apologizing, but as soon as she gets there, she's like turning herself around, because I genuinely don't think that she wants to admit that all of this actually happens. Or when I talk about it sometimes, she says, oh, how many times you gonna talk about it? Bro, until I drop dead. You had me in the hospital from goddamn December to June. I'm talking about until I dropped dead. My grandkids went out. Your grandkids went out. Like, baby, I'm talking about until I dropped dead. But semi regret, you know, X, Y, and Z. Like I said in one of my members only videos, if you haven't seen it, join my membership, girl. Yeah, okay. But like I said in one of my members only videos, you guys, I don't have any hate for my mom. I don't have any hate for my family members. I just want to be left alone. I just want to be left alone, and I just want peace. I just want peace, no chaos, and left alone. Okay, that's what I want. Another question said, maybe I missed it, but did you ever have any roommate issues in the mental hospital? I actually did. Now, I don't think I talked about any roommate issues on my channel yet. If you haven't seen any of my mental house yet, I don't think, because I'm only like 6 stories in, and I was there for a long time. So girl, of course I have some issues with the vote, but I haven't got there yet. I had issues with people that was in the hospital like me. I had issues with patients, girl. I had issues with staff. I had issues with a lot of folks. So we getting there. I'm actually bringing back the mental hospital series. It's coming in full-blown crank. We're gonna get into the hottest tea ever, okay, girl? So it's coming back. Then I did a members only story time about something crazy, which I will include a little bit of the members only story time. When I say a little bit, it's literally a little bit. You have to get the membership to watch the full thing, okay? But I have not talked about fighting anybody in the mental hospital just yet, but it's coming up real soon. How many people from the hospital are you in contact with today? I know you mentioned 1, but anybody else? So I used to be in contact with like 12 different people, but it's kind of lowered down to like maybe 6, and like completely always checking in on maybe 3 of those, maybe 2 or 3 of those. But I check in on everybody throughout the year, but regularly talking to maybe 2 or 3. Like I said, regularly talking to maybe every other week, every other week, 2 or 3. But next question. Now this semi has something to do with it. It says, did you meet anybody and are you close to them? And also, well, after that, did I meet anybody and I'm close to them? Yes, I do have 2 girls that I really check on, that I love so much, and hopefully one day I can bring I can bring them over here on this channel so we can get into the things. So yeah, I do have 2 girls that I'm very close to. I don't know if I told this story time or not, but it was one of the girls where she was super duper sad before I got to the hospital. She ended up telling me like, boy, you made my life worth living. And we talked, and I ended up getting her number. So I ended up calling her maybe like a month or 2 after we had left the hospital, girl, and she didn't know who it was calling her. She didn't know who it was, and she answered the FaceTime and she just broke down crying. And I had on the screen recording because I thought she was gonna throw her ass, shake booty. I thought she was gonna start screaming and jumping. I didn't expect her to start crying, honey, girl. I called that girl, it connected, and she finally seen who it was, and she started to cry, and I started to cry. I said, God Almighty, what is this, girl? What is dress. But yes, I do have 2 people that I'm very, very close to this day from those mental hospitals. Now the next question is, how were the group sessions and overall terms of therapy? Group sessions were for me just to get in everybody else's business. I'm gonna be completely honest. Group sessions was where when I sat there and I listened to this bitch's story, that girl's story, his story. That is what I did in group sessions, okay? In individual therapy, I feel like that is more therapeutic. I feel like that is actually getting the healing done. I really didn't really feel the group therapy, not in the last hospital that I was in, that I said I spent 4 days in. I didn't feel the group therapy doing that at all. And I didn't really feel the group therapy except for this trauma therapy lady in this other hospital that I keep talking about, behavior hospital that I was in from December to June. I didn't feel like their group therapy was worth a damn except for the trauma therapy. But I really feel like whenever all 20 of us gather in the room to spill hot tea on why we're here, I feel like it's more of a reality show. I did not feel like it was therapy. Because if you watch any of my story times from the mental hospital series, when I talk about being in that room, it was always chaotic. It's always drama. It's arguing, going back and forth. It's that, girl, it is not no damn therapy. It's chaos. It's Mona Scott Young on crack, okay? But that's how I feel about the sessions in there. But I feel like the therapists are really good therapists. But I feel like a group therapy, you try to get 25 different young men to sit down and actually focus, is chaotic. Somebody said, did your grandmama say anything about you being in the mental hospital? Yes, my grandmama has said stuff about me being in the mental hospital, like not understanding really why I was in there, or she was saying like, oh, you're not crazy. Because when you hear about mental hospital, if you haven't like really done intense detailed research, you think like, oh, padded wall, like psychotic, like crazy. And that's the same thing my grandma was thinking at first. She was thinking like padded wall, psychotic and crazy. But then we had to explain to her like it's more of a behavior center. We call it mental hospital, but it's more of a behavior center. Now she really didn't understand why I was in there, because like I said, girl, I wasn't doing nothing to be in there. It was just a little some argument, and I would be in the back of a police car and I'd be headed down to the behavior center, okay? And I'd be doing my little, you know, my 3-week stay. Now, like I said, she didn't really say much about that. Now let me see if I have any more questions. So the last question I have, which is kind of like the first of 2 questions I answered, is, am I close to my mother now? I am close to my mother now. Not like best friends, but like, girl, I don't got no beef with her. Like I said in my members only video, I don't have no beef with none of the family members that put me wrong. Anybody that put me through anything crazy, I don't have no beef with you. I'm just trying to make it to heaven. I'm not trying to carry no hate in my heart. I'm not trying to be malicious. I'm not trying to get back. I'm just trying to make it to tomorrow. But we're not best friends. She stays in Arizona. I stay in Memphis, Tennessee. She moved in 2020 right after she put me out, girl. She put me out and she put that house up for sale. So, girl, and she got on down. She got on down. And it's not funny, but like up until maybe the last year, we used to talk every other month, every other month. But up until like over the last year, we've been talking every other week. Then sometimes we might talk, you know, 2 or 3 times out of the week. Then we might go a week and a half without talking to each other. Now, like I said, we're not the best friends. We still butt heads. We butt heads so much. We're butting heads right now. If you only knew what was going on in my life right now, if you only knew. Shout out to all my members. Shout out to all my members that I was able to cry and just tell y'all what the hell is going on. Me and my mother is butting heads right now, and like I said, she stays in Arizona. I stay in Memphis, Tennessee. But people are dropping dead every day. People are dropping dead every day. COVID took out a lot of people's family members. I was crying on TikTok every week. Literally, I was crying on TikTok every week. Somebody's posting their lost family members. So I said, look here, no matter what these people done to me, that's my mother. Let me talk to these people. At least try to be nice. And you know, because tomorrow's not promised to me, her, nobody. So I just, I talk. Hey, how you doing? When we start butting heads, we butt heads. But you know what happens? A day or 2 after we butt heads, I text her, you good? What's going on? You know, because it ain't never that deep. It's never that deep. And I know a lot of y'all be like, girl, it's that deep. I know a lot of y'all be like, it's that deep. It's that deep. These people be pulling the okie dokie, and they do some okie dokie. Okay, my family does do some okie dokie, but it's never that deep for me just to be sit here and just be angry. Okay, I like you attract more flies with sugar than shit. Okay, but I love y'all so much, and I'll definitely see y'all in a different video. Bye. Hey, it's your boy AJ back with another freaking video, and I'm coming very quickly with some information that I want to tell y'all real quick, honey. If you look here, I have a membership. If you don't know, now you know. I have 2 different tiers because I know girls' pockets waging, and then we got girl eggs for $47 out here. We got the milk for $66, girl. Then we can't find no formula. So I know things is crazy out here. So I said, look here, we're gonna do 2 different tiers for the girls because I don't want every girl have to spend their, you know, money for me because I know times is stressing. You need a puffer too. So I have 2 different membership tiers. I have one that's $1.99 a month, which is called Somewhat Messy. Girl, you somewhat messy, but you ain't that messy. But if you want all the tea, all the juice and everything, honey, I have a $6.99 tier. Now that one is, girl, it's everything, honey. Now let me tell you something. Both tiers, you get the both of the best worlds. You can call me Anna Montana, okay, honey? You get the best of both worlds on both tiers. But if you want to support a girl and really, girl, help a girl move out all processes, what is it, processing and feed, all of the money will be going to my new apartment. But for real though, I'm trying to get up out of here, girl. I'm trying to move. So if you want to support a baddie, make sure you go over down to my description box and click join us Messy Bottoms and pick whichever tier you want, girl, because both of them, they fit. They can tell you. All right, I love y'all so much, and I'll definitely see y'all very, very soon. Bye. So, Mr.